Welcome, everyone, to Houston, Texas, home to the Rice Owls, and we've been looking forward to this game all week long. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw, it's Myers. Here's the pressure. And he was flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The give to the tailback. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Here's the handoff. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got it again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Gets it out quickly. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Using his legs, it's Hughes. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball's snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating.
There he goes. Strong, firm tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
That's it, fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's in for the touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. The play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And the Owls will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Made a defender miss. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the in the red zone here on second down. Let's go. He'll do it himself. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He'll go to the sneak, and he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got enough for the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
It's complete to the left. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Myers. Punts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Barnett. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Caught over the middle. It's Barnett. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Going to swing it on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Owls! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Somehow fits it into that traffic. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable. Here comes the hurry up. Back to pass. It's Myers. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He'll keep it himself. Hard running there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Jenkins. Unloads it left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Defense showing blitz here. Oh, he makes the catch. Ripping through the defense. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into...
It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
So now it's 2nd and long. He'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Myers. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Trying to get the corner. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hughes. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Myers. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. On the option. And points have been hard to come by. Turning it on! They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's got it on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. The short hands, it's Hughes. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, foot in the ground, pick up 3 to
ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Myers. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the try is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Turner. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll do it himself. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Back to throw, it's Myers. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage, and these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Bringing the heat. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. To be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come up just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. You've got to be able to find ways to generate explosive plays and generate points, and they couldn't do it.
And it's very frustrating for a defense when you see your offense time and time again not come through. They did their job. Offense next time just has to do a lot better.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.